Sirach 38 and 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to you brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth, in sincerity, and with charity. I'm the brother Abraham from the camp here in GMS Chicago, coming to do another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, Lord willing, to be edifying. And just wanted to do a video dealing with your leisure or your free time. Okay, that's just what leisure means, is your free time. Okay, and our time is nowadays in this Western lifestyle, a very busy, crunched up, always in a rush type of lifestyle. That's how Americans live. Just work all day, every day, and with little time to do anything, right? But with that being said, we're in the truth, and being in the truth, all right, requires a lot of sacrifice, a lot of effort and energy put into this ministry, the brotherhood, and for the elect's sake, right? So we are what commanded to eat this roll and go and teach the children of Israel. All right, so reading the entire Bible in itself, it's not an easy thing to do, right? How many people have actually read the whole entire Bible? All right, and not too many people. Okay, but we've been given the understanding to read it and understand it. Okay, and when we do that, all right, after we eat this roll, we are commanded to go and teach the children of Israel. All right. So one cannot become wise if he doesn't put in the work, if he doesn't put in the effort, if he doesn't put in the time. Okay. Because let's just go to the etymology for leisure. Leisure, right? Free time, time at one's disposal, opportunity to do something, chance, occasion, an opportune time. Also, lack of hurry, capacity, ability, freedom to do something, permission, spare time, free will, idleness, inactivity, to be allowed. Also, license, right? Goes back to license. Opportunity afforded by freedom from necessary occupations. In the word has undergone much the same development as the same sense as in English. Probably an analogy of pleasure. To do something at leisure without haste, with deliberation. Okay. When one has time. And how many people always say, oh, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. Right? And some people are like that even in the truth. Okay. Or who are called to be in the truth. Because let's just grab that parable in the Gospels where Everybody was just too busy. Everybody was just too busy um to come to the wedding. Okay. I believe it was Luke 14. Let me see. Give me 1 second here. Right. The parable of the dinner, Luke 14 and 16. And then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready. And they all with one consent began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it. I pray thee, have me excused. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee, have me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So that servant came and showed his lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor and the maimed and the halt and the blind. All right. So all these men that were uh, bidden for the dinner, right, all had an excuse to not come. They were too busy. They didn't have time. Right. So the master said, go to the streets and bring in the poor, the maimed, the halt, and the blind. Right, which is us at the end of the day. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. And the Lord said to the servant, go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. For I say unto you that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper. All right. So at the end of the day, these men that were just too busy, they ain't gonna be part of the supper. But those, that came, that made the time, all right, will at the end of the day. All right. So people got a lot of excuse why they shouldn't be in the truth, or they don't have time to be in the truth, or it's just too much for them. If you want something bad enough, you'll make the time for it. Okay, just in the fitness world, a lot of people have excuses on why they can't go to the gym, why they can't meal prep, why they can't eat right, why they can't do this, why they can't do that. But if they really want it bad enough, they'll put in the work, they'll put in the effort, and at the same time, it comes with a lot of sacrifices. Like I mentioned in the beginning, this truth requires a lot of sacrifice, man. Okay. But let me grab this precept here. It's in it's either Wisdom of Solomon or Sirach. Yeah, this is Sirach 6 and verse 37. Let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thine heart, and give thee wisdom at thine own desire. So the more you want wisdom, the more you desire wisdom, the Lord will give thee. Okay, just as it says in the book of James, if any of you lack wisdom, ask the Most High, who giveth liberally, but ask in faith, nothing wavering. Okay, and the Lord will do that. Okay, He will um give you your heart's desire, right? But you have to be sincere at the same time, all right? And I remember when I was first coming and I was on the other side of the line just watching brothers read the scriptures, going to this precept and linking with that precept, going here, going there, as Vocab Malone likes to call the Hebrew hopscotch. I was so wooed at how the brothers was doing that. And I never thought that I would be teaching at one point and also linking up precepts. And that's how we're commanded to teach, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. And I was just so wooed at how brothers just know where to go when questions arise, when scoffers come to contend and come against the truth. Brothers just know where to go and what to bring out. I never thought that I would be doing that as well, let alone teach as well. But that just goes to show you that if the Lord's dealing with you, all right, you gotta deal with the Lord too. You gotta put in the time, you gotta put in the effort, you gotta put in the work, you gotta put in the energy, and you gotta make the time for it. Okay, that means you gotta have little business, right? Let's see. There's also a precept here. Or actually, let me go back to the Sirach 38 because it goes into all the workers. This is Sirach 38 and 25. How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorieth in the goad, that driveth oxen, and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks? Right? Because if this is their labor, their job, they're going to be occupied in what they do, and that's all they're going to be talking about, right? He giveth his mind to make furrows, and is diligent to give the kind fodder. So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut and grave seals, and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish a work. The smith also sitteth by the anvil, and considering the ironwork, the vapor of the fire wasteth his flesh, and he fighteth with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears, and his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He setteth his mind to finish his work, and watches to polish it perfectly. And all this is written in detail what these men do in their craft. Okay, it says, so that the potter sitteth at his work, and turneth the wheel about with his feet, and who is always carefully set at his work, and maketh all his work by number. Okay, so all these men that are occupied in their work, okay, and even we have to work, and some brothers are busier than other brothers. Some brothers work more than other brothers, and they still make the time to do this work, to do their videos, to come to the line, and to study on their own time, to read in their own time. Okay, that's putting in the effort, that's putting in the energy, that's putting in the time. All right, they make their own leisure. All right, as we should all. All right, because we can never get to a point where we've learned it all and we don't need to do no more work and we don't need to read anymore. We constantly have to read and continue to learn more. We always got to strive to abound, grow. All right, that should always be our mentality, to grow each and every single day, 1% better each and every single day. All right, and it goes into a lot, just dealing with the brothers, being around brothers. You learn from other brothers, just being around them. All right, coming to the classes, watching brothers' videos, watching the elders and apostles, doing your own reading, looking up words. Okay, that's how you grow. That's how you learn and abound more and more day by day. All right. And yeah, also, we have our leisure for folly as well. Everything is in balance. Okay, everything is in balance. All right, and the Lord lets us get our folly in. All right. But after that, it's back to doing the work. Because we know we have a mission at hand, and that mission is not done until the Lord comes back. All right. But that's pretty much it. Just wanted to put that out there. To consider your leisure, your free time, and what you're doing with it, man. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Until next time.